All right, and welcome to this episode of Fantheon. It's going to be a kind of shortish episode tonight. We're just going to talk about some of the books we've liked over the past week, and also some stuff with the gym, some stuff with Batgirl. And our main focus is going to be doing a little fantasy draft of who we want to see on the DC Rebirth titles. So first we got Terrence.
Hey, what's up, everybody? You can get at me on Twitter at SAGETERRENCE. I'm taking a little Twitter break, so you won't see me tweet because I'm trying not to get the life of Batman versus Superman spoiled for me. And partly Cloverfield, but I'm pretty sure no one's going to talk about that. Thank the Lord. And
Are there
yeah, as
already
far as
spoilers up right now?
yeah, this
Oh my
Batman
gosh.
versus Superman, everything's coming out
I,
really fast.
what's left to spoil though? Because
Like
we
they
already.
talking about the Flash and Cyborg are going to be in there, and Flash has a vision, a
Oh,
terrifying vision, and
The
Wonder Woman's
Flash,
fearsome
man.
in the movie, and then people are starting to the official reviews are starting to come out, and I'm trying not to see any of it. I'm
well,
just gonna live on Facebook.
yeah. I mean, in my opinion, and I got asked for a publication about this just the other day. Is that I kind of feel like you can't spoil this movie. I mean, sure, little Easter eggs like that, fair enough, but I feel like you can't spoil this movie because we know.
Now we know the general bits like Doomsday's
Yeah,
gonna be in there, stuff
yeah,
is gonna
exactly.
go to Michael Baytown,
The
and
fact
we're
that we
gonna
even
see the
know that
DC
it's Doomsday.
universe.
Yeah, and all this, and Wonder Woman and what her role is. Like, we already know all this stuff, and it's just like,
I didn't know
that
she
to
was
me
an
is absurd.
antiquer. That was kind of funny to me because she's super old, so she's an antiquer.
It makes sense. I mean, sort
Yeah,
of.
I had an idea for a pitch on her becoming an antiquities professor at I think it was
Yeah,
Cornell was the pitch that I wanted to go with,
that'd be cool.
or Berkeley, um, but yeah.
University of Chicago has a
I
good program.
wish. And
I
as
wanted to
far
get,
as
get I want to get her out in the sun with the beach and somewhere probably in California. I was thinking.
University of San Diego, a Jesuit school.
Yeah, put a pagan in it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. I mean, who knows? Yeah. So, Terrence, what have you been covering this week? I know you got a lot of cool stuff.
yeah, Spider-Man #2.
Oh
It
my gosh, Bendis is so back.
Uh,
yeah. that
do we want to talk about that or?
was it was really like that the nerd YouTuber that was
Yeah.
like it was basically speaking for all the fans out there like, oh yeah, he's a person of color. Yeah, so we know that much. And Miles was like, no, I just want to be Spider-Man, not because of what my skin tone is. I want to be Spider-Man because the other one is playing Iron Man and going all over the world and being rich. So
Stupid Dan
What
Slott.
what's your take on that? On what Miles said there about the YouTuber? Like, what's your opinion on it?
that it was really cool because it's like, yeah, don't just like corner me because I'm a person of color and I'm Spider-Man. I'm not like, oh, this one is the black one. That one's the one that's a woman. That one was the one that got her neck snapped and came back and got a cool hoodie. It's like,
that is the best description of Spider-Gwen ever.
Oh my gosh.
yeah, it's
But
like don't just like corner me because and then he's like, I'm half Hispanic. Like no one brings that fact up. Like
mhm.
all the fans just disregard that fact because they just hook onto the fact that it's a black Spider-Man. Like all the fans
Oh, I
when
like
they
that
were
his
fan
grandma's
casting him.
showing up. His grandma's great.
That's gonna be the biggest challenge. Forget Blackheart, the grandma, because Marvel cannot maintain Marvel heroes cannot maintain their grades and save the world.
um, yeah. I mean, because there has been some controversy about that
Oh my
scene.
gosh. I went on Twitter. Oh my gosh. This is Andrew Wheeler is telling people not to make small penis jokes.
Okay, I saw an Atlas Obscura article about that and something to do with Hitler a while ago. Um, but thanks for the PSA on that one, I guess. But
I did not read
uh,
enough
you-
Castle #1.
but yeah, I mean, I can see what people were pointing. I can kind of see both sides of this on the Spider-Man thing. Because people were kind of like, where's Bendis going with this? Is Bendis the guy to be doing this? And kind of like they kind of disliked how he was kind of dogpiling the YouTuber in the way the language came off. But no, so those are definitely some good points though, because I mean honestly, yeah, like I don't know, I can see what you're saying though. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, the book just has a renewed energy. If like Pacelli's back, you got the Black Cat as a villain.
She's been making moves ever since Superior Spider-Man smacked her in the mouth.
Yeah, and plus you got a what's his possibly Kamala romance. You have his like mentor mentee relationship with Sam,
Peter.
who's still Captain America. Yeah, and even Peter too. That kind of reminded me of Spider-Man a little bit. So yeah, the book is just like it's definitely getting more connected to the Marvel universe instead of being stuck in the Ultimate universe. Yeah, it's like Bendis is still going strong on it. It's been like he's been doing the book for 16 years and still is like pretty vital.
I think it's time to take that book away from Bendis.
No, we're just gonna make him write it forever. Look at Dan Slott. He's been writing Spider-Man for 100 years, and no one has told him to stop.
I want Dan Slott just out of comics. The guy just annoys me.
He's gonna join this podcast somehow, some way, and he's gonna rant on you right now.
Yeah, you can't say his name because he'll find you.
If you say Dan Slott 3 times in the bathroom, Spider-Man shows up.
I can't believe I've seen him in real life. Like he was one escalator step in front of me at New York Comic Con.
But I don't know. I think I'd like to see, somebody actually black write Miles.
David Walker in a one-shot mini.
Well, no one's really written Miles except for, I mean, there was Ultimates, which was pretty terrible. All New Ultimates, and then
he's been in those like Web Warriors things too, right?
Yeah.
So that you kind of have those little bits, but yeah.
I don't know if he's really been in Web Warriors like as much.
Oh no, he wasn't in Secret Wars, was he? Like in that whole thing with Spider-Gwen and Spider-Man Noir.
Oh no, there was a Spider-Girl, Anya.
No, Hickman wrote him. He was like in the main book.
Oh,
right, yeah.
Oh, and then he was in Ultimate End, which was like terrible. Bendis wrote it. It was like complete like like the end of the Ultimate Universe was not cool at all.
Yeah, I mean he's too protected, and that's kind of one of the things that I dislike about when you have a character, like a new, especially a legacy character, at Marvel or DC that is non-white or is queer, or one of these things, and they're one of the only representatives. Or so you got Kamala, you've got Miles, you've got Blaze, you got things like that. Where I mean, obviously Blaze has only been in a couple issues, so this is not really going to affect to the same degree yet. Anyway, that 16 years of Bendis writing Miles is, but you kind of ascribe this sort of authorship and ownership to it, where like you have this one guy who's like attached to the Black Spider-Man, and he's the only dude whose vision you're getting from it.
Well, he's only been writing Miles for 4 years. I was saying like
Ultimate. You mean going back to Ultimate Peter? Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I was like, that seems like a long time for Miles, but
no, he's just 40. It's just it's coming up his 5th anniversary this summer.
Yeah, okay, so still, I would say 5th anniversary, bow out, find someone else.
Give him the reins. Oh, that would be. I would want to see that just to see who gets him and what happens.
I think a good torch passing, because you still get people, and even a lot of high-profile creators that I respect a lot, saying things like that Batwoman kind of feels like she belongs to Greg Rucka, like Rucka and Williams. And to me, I'm like, I get what you're saying, that they were the ones that really made her catch fire, but I mean, those weren't even the only 2 guys who were involved in creating her. I mean, as far as I know, Devin Grayson had a huge amount to do with creating her, but either way, you get this idea where people don't want to touch her, or they want to respect what they did with her, and it's just like, nah, can we give this character to queer female writers in the main and artists in the main continuity to strike out their own Kate and not just be Rucka's Kate? Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously you've got bombshells, right? And Bennett's Kate is Bennett's Kate. Like, that belongs to her. Like, fight me, but that's her character. But that's often a side, John. right? And it's a great little story, and she's doing great stuff with it, but it's off on the side. And so it's kind of like there's this weight where these are the dudes that run the show with this character. It's like, no, that's...
Well, yeah, like Marvel's letting Mark Wade write Kamala and Miles and all the
Boo, we
different
don't
Avengers.
need
That's just not cool.
We don't need that team. Take them
We
away.
don't.
It's kind of a shame because that lineup is like really fun.
That book is not
Yeah.
needed. Someone cancel it.
Okay.
The team's good. That book isn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I just
No.
don't like. Same with New Avengers, like solid lineup.
Like I tried to read it, and the art is cool, but it's just like I
It's so
don't
boring. It's so just set in its ways, I guess.
by the numbers. Just Avengers.
And yeah,
Like,
Wade.
oh my
Wade
God!
just
Someone
can't write
presents
teenage-
Vision again. What?
Yeah,
Who'd have thunk?
and like Wade can't write teenagers at all.
If they're in like the 30th century, he can.
Well, I think he could back
Sorry,
in like I've heard
agree with you.
good stuff about his like Flash run like back in the 90s, I guess. So
Yeah, but well, he wasn't a teen then.
he was closer
But,
to being a
like,
teenager back then. So I
He
mean,
was. I mean, I agree with your criticisms of his current writing, but I have to reflexively be defensive of his Legion run. I have to. You know, I totally agree
yeah, I
with
mean,
all your
he's done
criticisms.
it. I
but
like his
just-
I like his
I'm sorry.
Daredevil run. I heard good things about Black Widow. Unfortunately I haven't gotten to read it because I didn't have a freaking meal break at work today, so I couldn't read it. So boo.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely understand what you're saying there.
Yeah.
But yeah, but you look at one last thing about torch passing, that Kelly Thompson's taking over A-Force now. Like Wilson set it up, got the ball rolling, torch passing, and that's big because Wilson is one of the cornerstone writers at Marvel. So then you pass it off to someone you want to give a hot streak to, and to set them up for success like that. So that's my opinion on Miles. Fifth anniversary.
Yeah, I mean, A4 kind of blew me with the number 3.
I haven't
haven't
picked it
read
up
it
yet, but is Caldwell on yet? Is he on this issue? Or is he
No,
still
they're
working
still doing the opening, and they're trying to kill antimatter. And I
No.
think
Who's on art though? Sorry.
I think it's the dude. I forget the
Molina.
dude. Yeah.
Okay, so it's not Ben Caldwell yet.
No, I really want to see that new art. I can't wait for that.
Yes. It's the guy who did Prez.
What the heck? Aftershock Comics favorited our tweet. What the heck?
Why? Yeah, they're cool.
They're watching our podcast right now. Hide.
Insects is amazing.
I need to read Insects and I need to read Super Zero.
Yeah, exactly. But anything else you're reading this week, Logan?
Oh, I didn't even started. Oh, I'm Sexy Ginger Nerd on Twitter. Yeah, this week, as far as reviews go, I did Action Lab Dog of Wonder by the Pirate Princess art team, and it's actually it's a really nice kind of Silver Agey superhero story with talking pets. It has a little bit of a dark side too, because the dogs are about to be euthanized.
Is it as dark as Kennel? What is the name of that?
Oh no, Kennel Black Blues, no, it's still very much all ages, but it's not all jumping around with the jetpack. It's actually it's the main character has to go outside the law, and it's a good thing to hand as a kid who's never read a superhero comic before, and it's a good superhero 101, I guess, without being weighed down by all the Marvel DC baggage, I guess. And it's the art's super cute.
Let's get Crypto a comic again.
I know,
Did
that's
he
what it
have
felt like. It felt
Did he have a cartoon a few years ago? Or what
yeah,
was that?
I think there's a Legion. He may show up in the Supergirl TV show because a Legion flight ring showed up in the last episode. Yeah. So yeah, I reviewed that. I got Vampirella. So sexy, so fun. The art's good by Dynamite standards, but that's a one thing about Dynamite is they have good comics like Red Sonja, and I'm trying to think of some other ones I've liked by them. Red Sonja, Swords of Sorrow, I guess, but they can never hit greatness because of the art. I do like the art on James Bond, but
but the thing is, and I'm glad you brought that up, because Jason Masters is still drawing a very Dynamite style comic. It's Jason Masters? That's his name, right? That's doing that with Varga with Ellis. But the thing is that is that Ellis is making it really work. And I've read the criticisms that people don't like Masters. Not they don't like it, but they're like, why is this doesn't look like James Bond? But the whole point of Varga is that Ellis is just stripping everything to the bone and being like, this is a really hard institutional depiction of Bond, where it's just like, this isn't cool or fun and sexy. This is just work, and it sucks. Which I love. And Masters, with his just extremely clean look there, is just the Bond doesn't is just such an everyman that he's just so normal looking and stuff that it's just like, yeah.
There was a Dynamite book that had good art. Jeff Parker and Evan Shaner on Flash Gordon was pretty awesome, and Jordi Belair in colors. That was like a really good book.
Wow, Evan Shaner and I always call him Doc Shaner, but and Jordi Belair on Dynamite book. That's pretty.
It was so good. It was like one of the best comics. It was like an 8 or 9 issue run 2 years ago, I think. It's definitely worth checking out. Yeah, and then they've gone on to bigger and better things like DC stuff. Parker and Shaner need to be in a book in Rebirth, I guess.
But give them Shazam.
Yeah.
But
and then what else? I reviewed Midnighter this week. Got Batgirl.
Woo! That was amazing.
Reviews. And probably my most fun review every week for the next few months at least will be Broad City. I just have so much fun breaking down the show.
Is that supposed? How is your favorite thing a TV show? Not the wondrous Midnighter tossing some shrapnel into 2 people's heads.
I don't know. I've just been reviewing comics for so long, and it's good to get back into TV.
Yeah.
After it's been a year, just because of certain things beyond my control. But it's nice to get back, and it's a show I like because back when I was doing Constantine.
I love Broad City too. Oh my god, they tried to switch places and it did not work for Abby.
I still have to get on that show. I will. But
repetition is the key to success, Emma. Repetition. Keep on saying it. It will happen.
Right. TV is tough though to review when you're hitting that every week. I guess I could do it because I did so many issues of Batman and Robin Eternal until you bailed me out and we went halfsies on it. But yeah, it's a tough thing. To me, if I was gonna do a TV show every week, I'd want to do American Crime Story, but it would take you 3 days to write a review of it because it's so dense in terms of all the shit they bring up, and it's amazing. Are you guys watching yet?
No.
God.
Wait, the People versus OJ?
Yes.
No.
You got it.
What's gonna be in the back?
I tried. I saw the first 2, and I was just asked questions like, "Mom, this really happened? Y'all were at the NBA game, and y'all had to stop it." For that, and then the highway, he was really doing that.
Yeah, I remember it. I remember the highway chase anyway.
I was 1. I don't remember.
I wasn't even thought about, so this is the show is really for me, but I just don't care to watch it.
But yeah, about Midnight. Yeah, Midnighter was awesome this week. I actually had a nice little Facebook chat with the artist, Mr. Akko, and he and Hugo Petrus actually did the sound effects, not the letterer. So more power to them for just giving us a full experience of Midnighter's combat experience. Also, Midnighter and Amanda Waller have a lot in common, a little bit kind of.
I can see that.
I don't know if I could see him. He could be the new. What's that guy's name? Rick Flag, the leader of the Suicide Squad. Possibly, I guess, in the future. I'm just trying to think of ways he could fit into.
Him running it? Actually, you know what? Orlando's Midnighter, I could see that. I was going to say No Way, No How, but Orlando's Midnighter and that whole thing with, the spiral mole that got to him, right? And how he was dealing with her. Yeah, I could see how he could do something like that.
Because he's, admiring her hard in this issue. And, he's, ripping Deadshot to shreds, almost literally. But, him and Waller, he, really has respect for Waller, even more than Spiral. Even though he has to do Spiral's mission because he's made an agreement.
One thing to point out about Amanda Waller is that that's where so much of the Oracle persona came from. Obviously you know that Babs, as Oracle, came out of the Suicide Squad comic, but if you read like Chuck Dixon's run, like on Birds of Prey, and then into Simone and everybody else, and it's especially apparent in Dixon, but like how she really tried to like distance herself emotionally from people, and how it was like 2 years. I think it was issue like 24 that Babs finally came face to face with Dinah for the first time. It was like 2 years, and all the drama with Power Girl was that she was trying to compartmentalize, and she had internalized so much of Amanda Waller's leadership style into her that it really stunted her emotionally for a long time. And then you still felt the impacts of that when Steph became Batgirl. And I'm not saying that Amanda Waller is a fundamentally poisonous person, but because you could see in Ostrander's run that she could compartmentalize, and her family worked there. She, her was her husband or her ex?
I don't know. I haven't read it, so that's why I run.
I think it was. I think I read a Zero issue. It was her ex, I think.
But she had, like, Waller had everything. She did. She could be, who we see Viola Davis being in the trailer, but she could also be, a mom, at the same time, and she could switch that off. But Babs was in a place where she couldn't, and she lit onto that one thing and was that one thing for years. So you can really see the transformative influence of somebody like Waller, and that Midnighter could develop a leadership style based on the same type of influence that Waller had on Babs way back when she was developing the Oracle persona.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of just ways where he could possibly fit in. And
I was gonna ask a question, but I'll save it for later in the show.
Checkmate, The Outsiders, anything, any of that shit. Really?
Well, I mean, stuff like right now that's announced with Rebirth, not like, I mean, there was a rumor they were going to bring back the Authority, but...
Or even...
Where am I getting that rumor?
Which one?
Oh, there was like some stupid Bleeding Cool rumor about like the Authority coming back.
I thought that was for Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol's never going to come back.
Oh, don't say never. The Doom Patrol will always come back somehow, some way.
I mean, there's enough fans. There's like a whole... I know this guy, Mike, who does like a whole Doom Patrol podcast.
Well, remember, like Stan Lee's most successful fan comic was based on the Doom Patrol. Right?
Oh my god. I think X-Men and Doom Patrol were close enough that they didn't influence each other.
No, Doom Patrol was around for long enough. I don't know.
Yeah, but there's like difference of like publishing time and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if what people are accusing happened, but there is a timeline that Stan Lee could have been like, oh, hey, a bunch of misfit superheroes led by a guy in a wheelchair.
Well, anyway, Stan Lee's X-Men are not my X-Men. I mean, he came up with
the X-Men aren't their X-Men. Marvel is dropping the X-Men are left and right. They're just dropping like flies.
The X-Men only really started with like Len Wein and Dave Cockrum, and then Claremont, obviously.
Yeah.
It was just.
I 100% agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, I think most people do, except for like people are like, I love Roy Thomas and Neil Adams, blah blah blah. Shut up, old man. Neil Adams. I still need to read that like Neil Adams Superman comic. It looks like so like bad it's good kind of thing.
I thought you were going to say Batman Odyssey because they're just putting it up on Comixology and reprints. I'm like, no, don't do that.
Oh yeah, I've had people like say like they base most of their like Batman fanfic off of it.
Every fanfic has to have Jason Todd in there somehow, some way, because if I hear something about Batman versus Superman, is Jason Todd in it? Is he in it? Is he in it one more time before this movie comes out? I'm gonna lose it and go get a crowbar.
Why are people so obsessed with him? I thought like I know there's like one like cutie on Twitter who likes him, but that's about it.
Because everybody wants Batman Under the Red Hood live action, even
really.
Yes, everybody wants that.
Really?
I'm just like, Jason Todd's so suckish and terrible. He was like,
I think he's a compelling character. I think Under the Red Hood is not a very good story, and they just did it in Arkham Knight.
Animated movie. Yes.
I hated that movie. Neil Patrick Harris should never be Nightwing. That was awful.
He was so cute. I haven't seen him in like 5 years now. I haven't seen that.
I liked his reasoning. Like I can understand the Penguin and Riddler, but he killed me. and you did nothing. It'd be too easy. Cop out,
Yeah,
Bruce. Cop out. You could have did it and
Didn't they
been
get
on
like
your merry
Jensen
way.
Ackles to voice Jason Todd
Yeah.
in which
in Under the
And
Red Hood?
Red Hood.
he was Red Hood for Batman Under the Red Hood. That was
You haven't
Jensen.
seen that movie in like
Supernatural.
5 years, I guess.
I switched it off 5 minutes in. I was just like, wow, Neil Patrick Harris is the worst Nightwing ever. Done. Yeah.
He got
They were
me.
just
He got
being
me
so
to like.
douchey.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I like Jason sometimes. He can be well done. Who was it that wrote? Was it Morrison who wrote that Batman and Robin issue when he like got busted out of jail and stuff, or was that someone else who was doing Batman and Robin at that point?
I think it might have been Tomasi. I don't know.
But that was good. No, I think that was Morrison.
I like
When
that
he-
Lansing and Kelly how they wrote him in Internal, and like if there has to be a Red Hood and Outlaw comic, I would like want them to write it.
I think the best Jason Todd writers on Batman and Robin Eternal are Tim Seeley and Genevieve Valentine, but I have no problem with Lansing either. He like
All I know is if I read Red Hood and the Outlaws #1 in Rebirth, and I see Joker's daughter on that team, I'm going to scream.
Is she on the team? No.
Yeah, she's on the team right now. She's on the team right now, and I don't see how that happened.
She's just stop trying to make Joker's daughter happen.
yeah, because she's the one that goes through like does she call herself like Dula Dent and shit for a while too, right? That's what we're talking
I don't
about.
even know. I don't even know her.
I forget her identity, but I think that's probably not it. But yeah, she's on the team being weird. So yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Emma, what did you like cover this week? I guess or Twitter
Alrighty.
stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So my Twitter's EMMAHOUXBOIS. And I actually like, to me, I'm in such a weird headspace because I end up doing so many advanced reviews that sometimes I don't really know what what's shipping out of what I just wrote about. But I mean, and case in point is that the Black Canary trade isn't even out until next week, but that's obviously the biggest thing that I wrote for this week. But and I wrote, I don't know, Vampirella like 2 weeks ago, but that one's out. So that's kind of my only new stuff out this week. But Vampirella is, again, like, it's a super fun little thing. And I've been waiting for this for a while, but I mean, that's the thing about the art. It's like... The tough thing is they want to bring folks in, and a demographic who hasn't really been into Vampirella before. And Kaleth is a great in for that because she brings a very specific fan base along with her.
Yeah, I mean, this is like my first Vampirella comic, I guess.
I think this is my first Vampirella on her own.
I tried to read that like Aliens crossover. It was okay, I guess.
I read a Witchblade crossover like 10 years ago.
Nice.
Yeah, and it was kind of like, oh, wow, look what she's wearing out in the snow in New York in the winter. And it's just like, oh, well, she's a vampire, so, it doesn't get cold. And it's just like, yeah, okay, all right. But so, like, the interior art, honestly, it's going to be pretty jarring to people because if you don't know Dynamite, if you're just like, hey, I like Kate Leth, I'm a lesbian, I'm going to read this. Because, like, whether she's drawing or just writing, there's a kind of a style of art that you kind of associate with most of her stuff.
Well, when she did Fraggle Rock, it was very like painted, but still cartoonish.
Yeah, but you've got like Brittany Williams on Hellcat. You had Ian McGinty.
Come on, my boy Ian. His Adventure Time issue is coming out next week.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the kind of stuff that, to me, in my head,
and then Drew Roush on Edward Scissorhands is a little different, but still kind of cartoonish.
Yeah, so that's
like
the thing.
Topic, kind of
yeah, see, I have all the Edward Scissorhands issues. Like, I subscribe to it. I just have never gone around to actually read it.
It was okay. It wasn't as good as Bravest Warriors, and definitely not as good. Hellcat's still her like best.
I'm gonna say that. You know what? I'm not ready, honestly, to say what her best is yet.
Oh yeah, I mean we definitely have to wait. I mean because those Adventure Times that first Adventure Time graphic novel is still pretty awesome. The Marceline
They
one.
both are. I thought Bittersweets was a ton of fun too. But
I need to get into the Steven Universe ones.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, it's good. I guess they.
but I mean, to the point is she hasn't really had a long, like a good long run on anything where I'm going to be like, yeah, because I mean, Hellcat is starting out epic. It's a couple issues. Vampirella is one issue. So I guess if I had to say like what is Kate Le's best work so far, I'm gonna have to say School Spirit because it's done. You know.
Oh, Computer Run's definitely Bravest Warriors.
Oh yeah, sorry. I haven't read Bravest. So sorry.
It just the
be,
first arc just got collected, and it doesn't even really get that
right.
good till issue 25.
Okay. So yeah. So there's some room on that one, but I would say based on what I've read, the only thing that I could even conclusively put forward and argue about yet is that because like if she retired tomorrow, she would still be like Biggie, right? In terms of body of work. So
I don't know, but
yeah.
like Hellcat has just been perfect. Like,
It has, but it's been like 3 issues. Like I'm sorry, but I can review those individual issues and say I love this and this is what I love about it. But in terms of any kind of a statement on where she's best, I want to see more stuff get carried through before I want to make a statement like that. Like Marguerite Bennett, I think I can say a couple things because she has more long form stuff. She's done more for longer.
Angela for her, maybe? I don't know.
Bombshells?
Oh, yeah, Bombshells.
Over 30 friggin' issues now. They've been cranking that out with, a whole bunch of different artists and stuff. It's a pretty comprehensive.
Oh, DC's Digital First comics are so fun. Like, mostly, like,
they're slaying.
Yeah.
Supergirl,
I need to catch up on Legend of Wonder Woman. Because I read the first 2 chapters and it was so much fun.
I hate the fact that they kept going with that one, like that they kept moving forward, and you knew that they were based on that little trailer that they did. But to me, it was like you present this like, this child Diana growing up in Themyscira in a way that I don't think we've ever seen before. I'm like, lock it in, stay there for now. Just lock it in and get at least like, I don't know, 12 issues worth of her just as a kid to create this world where we see that version of her instead of knowing that this is her starting as a kid. She's going to grow up and go to war, which is where we're at now. Which I guess fair enough. It's a very, very complete arc, the most complete arc that we've ever seen for her, and there's a lot of value to that. But to me, it was like, hey, this is cute, this is accessible, this is easy to just give to kids to have fun with, and it's a very smart construction.
Well, but now they have the DC superhero girls, and like that's gonna be
those
great.
Are so
watered down.
They're so cute
the
though.
Designs suck. And
I like the designs.
You know what else sucks? Getting a Justice League show, but it's a Teen Titans Go version of it.
DC's, but they got the Batgirl Burnside costume just chilling out in a freaking.
And they
Target
also have Justice League Action coming, which is basically Teen Titans Go for the Justice League.
But they get a bunch of the voice actors back. I mean.
But to me, you get a lot of the dynamics in where they started the Legend of Wonder Woman that you do in My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic with Twilight Sparkle.
Oh no! I need to stay away from this comic now. Uh-oh.
And like in terms of just the cartoon and how the cartoon is a great little thing for little kids, I don't want to get into the rest of that junk. But the whole idea of just this magical world that is fun and inclusive and easily accessible as a fantasy narrative for young girls. I really wish that they just stuck it in that ecosystem. Because it's one of those things. I feel the same way, not to the same degree, but I feel similarly as I do about Robin, Son of Batman. I love Robin, Son of Batman. Gleason is killing it.
I wish they had consistent art. Then yeah.
Yeah, well, because he drew all of the first few issues, but it's for me. It's too much for me. I don't want it to be so for me. I want a Damien comic for like little kids.
But he like kills people. I mean, like.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like.
I don't need him leading the Teen Titans because that's what's gonna happen. They lost me.
Yeah, he did. But yeah, let's do that again.
He could definitely lead the Teen Titans.
Of.
He definitely is like a skilled strategist and.
No, I just don't need like him on the team with like Who could even do for the new team? I don't even want to think. Okay, I don't want to think about that because whoever's on there, they're gonna really say it. So we're gonna take orders
Yeah.
from the
I mean, if you
13-year-old.
need to read Teen Titans, you have to get like amazing creative team, like people who probably aren't even available.
Yeah, like Greg Pak's on it now, but
I
that's only
mean,
gonna last until Rebirth starts.
I could do Greg Pak maybe. I mean,
Yeah. Um, but getting back to Vampirella a little bit, what I thought was hilarious, and I like it's just I couldn't say anything about it because I'd seen the issue before it dropped, and you can't spoil this because it's so funny. Is that people are making this huge deal about the old costume, and they're like, "Man, the feminists are stealing the costume." The costume's in the damn issue.
well, you see her original costume before the like
Didn't they do
new
that
one.
with Wonder Woman before pre New 52 when she had like jeans for 5 issues?
The Wonder Girl had jeans. She had bedazzled jeans for years.
No, 'cause I think I remember Wonder
Oh,
Woman like
like
they
in
gave
the
her.
preview art, in the Jim Lee preview art,
Maybe,
she had
yeah.
pants, but then she lost the pants for the
But
issues.
but it was so funny to me because they were bitching about losing the costume and how they're gonna shit on the costume and all this. But it's pretty obvious that like that they have the most appropriate take on the costume. They're not saying that it's stupid, it can never be used, and it's evil. Let's burn it. It was this is lingerie. Lingerie is for the bedroom. Like that's literally what the statement on the old costume was, right? And the point about the art being stylistically out of step is true, but it's still really smart, right? Because all the angles they used when she's wearing that the suspender thong and whatnot are smartly thought out. It's not a whole bunch of crass BS. And the one time that you do get this giant, butt shot, whatever, it's like far in the distance away on a tablet.
I didn't see that.
Um,
I didn't see any butts.
yeah, no, she's when they're looking at the photos that got posted to
Well,
social
yeah, and that's
media.
also like kind of going into the whole like critique of like TMZ and just annoying internet commenters.
Yeah, but I'm glad that they just held it to that one panel, didn't go hard with it because we've already seen way too much of that with other comics. It was here, let's do it, make it work for us, then move on. We're not going to get lost in another comic about the internet. It was like the Terra issue of Wictive. Punchy, one and done, right?
Well, it's,
Um,
just, it's literally one panel, and then they're
yeah,
on to the.
exactly. But the point is that you get the shot, of her fully from behind in the old costume, and it's just kind of so it was a smart way of doing it. But you also see that when that dude or whatever in the mask busts in and attacks them, they cut the panel of the art just where like the thing tapers like into her butt crack basically, so you know where it's going, you know what the angle is, but they stop it right there, you know. So it's again there's a lot of intelligence in the cartooning and what to include and what not to, and you get fun little details because that's one of the things about Brittany Williams that's so great on Hellcat is that all those really punny like gay books in Tom's bookstore,
Oh
like the
yeah,
posters and stuff, and all these fun little things. And like all those were like Leth has said that's all Brittany Williams because you know that Leth does that kind of stuff too. But it was Brittany who came up with those ideas. But she creates a space in her stories for fun, goofy little things like that. And the Dynamite style doesn't work for that. But you still got the stuff like her luggage when they're moving in. You get all the little V's on her big valise or whatever. That's clearly supposed to be a parody of like the Louis Vuitton logo, but it's just V's because she's a fan forever, right? Um, it's good. So I mean, they're making the best of what they can with the Dynamite house style, but I like to see these artists stretch out because you know what? Honestly, like people who draw in these house styles, most of them can do way different stuff. They have a broader range than what they're asked to do on these books. Because you got some guys who were in the Marvel house styles in the '90s and the DC one from then that literally is all they can do. I mean, yeah, there are guys like that. But if you looked at like Gary Brown, who was on Catwoman, when I looked him up after the first couple issues of Genevieve Valentine's run, the other stuff that he does looks nothing like what he did on Catwoman. because he almost had that. Who's that guy who works with Scott Snyder a lot? Who has that really scratchy style?
Oh, Albuquerque.
No.
Jock, Greg,
No. The other one. Punk Rock
Raphael,
Jesus
no.
guy.
Oh, Sean Murphy.
Thank you, Sean Murphy. Because Gary Brown is almost like Sean Murphy in those early Valentine Catwoman issues, right? In terms of how abstract he is. But you look up his work, and the dude has done like 2000 AD stuff in like full-on like almost Terry Dodson style art. So he has a broad range of what he can do. But what they wanted for Catwoman was something very different. So, I mean, I haven't seen the full portfolios of anybody who's worked on these Dynamite stuff, whether it's Aneki on the Red Sonja or whatever. But my suspicion, based on what they're showing, like what they've done and what they can accomplish, and the brains that they have, is that they can do cartooning outside of what Dynamite calls for. So let's see it. You know, if you really want to break
Agnes
the audience.
Skarbowska drew a book called Lil Vampy.
Did she really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. What costume was she wearing?
I don't even know. I was doing a little like Wikipedia research on Vampirella because I like remembered some of her origin story, but I just was double checking and I just scrolled down and I remembered Lil Vampy.
But even if you pick up the issue, you get the Chrissy Zulo cover or you get the Tula Lotte cover, and you're like, wow, this is so cute. And then you open it, you're like, oh, okay.
That's every Dynamite book. Like
it is, but especially with Vampirella, it's Kate Lett, and you have like that Tula Lotte cover. I mean, Tula is like she's been doing shitloads of Dynamite covers. I mean, with that great one with Vampirella, was it Purgatory, where they were like wrestling the swords of Sorrow.
Oh yeah, she's done some good Red Sonja ones. I usually pick her covers when I'm doing like featured images for Dynamite books.
Yeah, I wish I had told Matt to use the Chrissy Zulo cover for my review. He used the third one. I can't remember who did it.
Oh, I did the motorcycle one, but it kept like cutting off her head, so I'm like, I don't want like cleavage attack and no head.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did the Zulo cover. It's cute.
Yeah, but it's just like that.
What is she even working on? Like, she's like a really good artist.
Chrissy Zulo? Oh, I know her name. I've seen her stuff. I can't think of it.
I think she used to do like Birds of Prey back in the day. Well, not like in the New 52, I guess.
Possibly, I'd have to look her up. But
she's someone that DC should pick up for Rebirth.
But the expression on her face, especially the Tula Lotte cover, it just has that cute, fun vibe that we all wanted from this title. It tells you everything about the mentality that everyone is bringing to this book, but you're not really seeing it fully picked up by the art. So I don't know. I mean, I think they need to undergo an artistic renaissance at Dynamite. They're obviously undergoing a writing one, and I'm full on applauding it. Good for them. But you need to pick it up on the other end.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh. So we should probably talk about some Rebirth stuff.
Yeah, see, I don't know I did my homework this week, so I have a full Rebirth slate for you kids, but
I do have a list of the books, but I just like off the bat.
I can do off the bats one. I just know that I'm going to be reading like just off top.
Okay, so like off the bat, I would like currently like Green Lantern, definitely not a priority for me at all.
It definitely depends on who they give for that, because I feel sad when I read.
So I was challenging myself to think of a team that would actually make me want to read the book. So I know DC has Tom King as a exclusive. I would love to get like Tom King on the book, and then get Emanuela Lupacchino as the artist, because I loved her cosmic stuff for Supergirl.
Let's actually. I've got an idea. Why don't we run through? Like, I've got the whole list alphabetically, and we'll just pass if you don't have anybody for it.
Okay, I like that. I just wanted that's just one that, like,
that'll work.
There's been a my tongue for the past 2 weeks is that team on Green Lantern.
You and everybody else. I mean, thank you for Emanuel Lupacchino, but I mean, everybody wants Tom King on Green Lantern.
Everyone wants Tom King on everything.
I don't. No way. No.
I just, because I don't care about Green Lantern, but I did find, again, I did the same thing with you on Green Lantern, but I wanted to put Tom King on something that I really want. Like, I was being extremely selfish with my King.
Well, I was putting him on a book that, like, I wouldn't read otherwise. I'm just saying, like.
So, first one is Aquaman. Did you guys do an Aquaman?
I
I don't care for Aquaman like
I mean,
that. Maybe when the
maybe
movie comes out, I'll see him destroy stuff with his trident. Maybe, but
there's
outside
one
of that,
artist
nope.
maybe I would like to see on it. Dan Panosian.
Okay,
He's drawn some Conan stuff. I would like a really like hard out like kind of draw
Leader
him
and
like Jason
Barbarian.
Momoa, kind of like sword and sorcery in the water story, I guess.
Well, I mean, remember, and I guess we always kind of know this, but his name is Arthur Curry. Like he is supposed to be. It's supposed to be Camelot under the water.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
And
know who
that
I give
gets
as a
lost
writer
all the
though. I
time.
mean, I guess Jim Zub writes good fantasy stuff. I mean, possibly, and they've already teamed up on the Conan Redstonian crossover. But that's just the artist I would want to draw it. I don't
I
really have a
really like
writer.
Dan Panosian. That's a good. I don't have him anywhere on my list, and I feel bad about that now. But yeah, his nickname is Urban Barbarian. But I think that's actually probably still his DeviantArt name. But he
Yeah, it's
did
his
that.
Twitter. It's his Twitter name. I don't know his DeviantArt, but definitely Twitter.
He, he
He's
did
cool.
he did that really sick Batman Robin Eternal cover for one of Valentine's first couple issues, the
Yeah,
one where they were dodging all those like ninja stars and stuff. Yeah, he's great. I have Noel Stevenson and Olivier Coipel,
on
Aquaman.
well, Olivia
That's so
Coipel's
clean to
Marvel.
me. Like that's
Olivia
really.
Coipel is Marvel exclusive, so
But we're bullshitting here, right? The
These
exclusive
yeah.
are
rights.
these are our ultimate what ifs.
Open it up.
I mean,
Yeah,
Noel
that's
Stevenson
not
Like I would
Robin.
happening.
have Green Lantern, everything Hickman. Hickman is writing
Yeah,
everything Green Lantern.
yeah, I can see that.
I
I can
would
see
if I have one book for Noel Stevenson, I'd probably do something like Teen Titans.
I think she would thrive on Aquaman. Her mirror would be dope as hell, obviously. But I was just thinking about because like the first big two Noelle Stevenson issue I read was her story with Marguerite Sauvage in the Thor annual, and it was so good. Um, and like she plays with fantasy and has fun. But the thing is that I was thinking a lot about Becky Cloonan on The Punisher when I was doing this, and what Teenie Howard wrote for. I think she did it for Paste. Yeah, of the whole
Oh
thing
yeah, I mean it
about
would work. I mean
about
she
women writing male characters, and I think Noelle would do a great job at bringing these tough guy characters to heal and having fun with them. But Aquaman is also a fantasy world that she could bring all of that stuff to, and
well, let's do Stevenson and Panosian because
yeah, I could
Coipel's.
I could see that. Yeah,
Let's meet in the middle. I like it because I didn't really have a writer. I
yeah.
mean,
I mean, we don't have to agree on these, but yeah, I would do that.
still saving her for Teen Titans though.
Yeah, that's cool. Batman.
Oh God.
I would Jason Aaron. I liked him when he did his Thor.
He's exclusive for Marvel for the next
Yeah.
5 years.
Listen, we're not playing that game.
Oh, I want to put Stan Lee and Alan Moore and Undead Jack
You've gone
Kirby
too
on
far.
that.
You've gone too far. Like that's,
Even for what if,
see,
that's too far.
there's
Wanna put-
always somebody.
I want to put Dan Close on Batman.
Now you're just being a jerk.
It's okay. He's too busy doing graphic novels. It's fine.
I'm Jason Aaron for Batman. I feel like he'll bring a savagery and difference to it because he did great on Thor when he did the God Butcher. That was really good.
Yeah, and his X-Men stuff. His
If I could get a
Wolverine
Marvel
run.
guy to draw Batman, I would try to get Alex Malia, but I think he's
No, I'm so sick of these. I mean, you know my opinion of hyperrealism and static art. Yeah,
I like Malia though. He's fun.
but
Maybe Salvador LaRocca.
No,
I think I butchered that.
LaRocca.
we're just like trying to get Marvel guys to come over to DC right now.
But honestly, like the Jason Aaron Batman run will happen at some point.
I called
has
it.
to.
So everybody listening, if they do it, I said it.
I
and
really need
it's
Ming
me.
Doyle to draw a book in the Rebirth, especially after. I mean, she'd be a great artist for Batman, but
Yeah, she would. It's cheap, but honestly, if you're putting Jason Aaron on Batman, just give him Latour. I mean, like we all
Might
know
as
what
well. I
that
mean,
would
they
be.
go hand in hand.
They really do.
maybe they will after Southern Bastards wraps. Who knows?
Yeah, and we talked about this a couple weeks ago on Twitter when we first started talking about doing this fantasy draft. Was talking about Latour and Aaron on it, and everybody was like, "Yeah, it's something that a lot of people want." I think it would be pretty great. Because I mean, Jason Latour is the point of impact guy. Because there's different ways you can break down an action scene, but he's the guy that when he draws a punch, he draws that punch connecting.
Yeah, but like Jason, the thing is, Jason Aaron's like locked up with Marvel for so long.
He is, but we're just spitballing.
Yeah.
My Batman team, and you know what? Some of these I just went full fuck it mode, and this is one of them. Gail Simone and Kyle Baker.
That'd be great. Oh yeah, Gail. We gotta get Gail Simone on.
It's like she's written Superman, but it was like a couple Action Comics or Adventures of Superman or whatever. She had her Wonder Woman run, which was dope. I wish that she had gotten to continue on because there were things going that she didn't get to finish, but the Circle especially was great. But like she's someone who, I mean, the great thing about Gail Simone is that she doesn't need to have a big thing like that, because she carves out these incredible niches. She picked up Birds of Prey from Dixon, and she made it hers. When you say Birds of Prey, the name you think of is Gail Simone, not Chuck Dixon, because she had it for so long. But she built that into a property and into the backbone of the DCU at the time. She was, like, if you look at the last decade of DC Comics, the most important writers there are Jeff Johns, Grant Morrison, and Gail Simone. Like, they are the backbone of the last 10 years of DC. That, to me, is fact. Whether you like them or not, they are the most influential people at writing, in my opinion. But, I mean, and she's done the Batman characters. We've seen it, many times before. But give her 12 issues, and I think someone who has a loose, cartoony style that we haven't seen with her before, who can play up that aspect of her writing, because God knows we all know it's there. I mean, yeah, just play. Just 12 issues with Baker.
Ooh, the Flash.
I have Nightwing next. What order did I do this in? Everything else is at no. Oh, I had it in the list. Okay. The order of my list is in alphabetical. Sorry, it's in the order that CBR had it up in.
Yeah, I screenshotted the pictures from.
I had the order on DC's actual website, but I mean.
I think it's CBR. I don't know. I have it written in a Google Doc, but Nightwing is what I have next.
We definitely need to keep. Tom King's going to be busy doing other stuff, so I guess Seeley and Janin.
Terrence, opinions?
Nightwing. I've only slowly started to care for him ever since he died and Forever Evil and all that, but I would keep Janin on there because that's his thing, and he's been owning it. So, yeah, keep Janin on there. Writing someone from Batman, Robin, Eternal, will get the job done.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Seeley. They might up Seeley's profile and put Lansing and Kelly on him, I guess. Or, I would want Seeley to stay on, but...
I think Seeley and King are coming back to Nightwing.
We'll see at WonderCon.
Yeah, we will.
And I guess, I mean, King could co-write, I guess. Could, like, help with plots and still do other stuff.
To me, like...
Because he doesn't have vision anymore.
To me, I want... Oh, sorry, I thought you meant he lacks vision as a writer, not that he isn't doing vision.
No.
It's like, wow.
Oh, so
for a second there, I was like, that is a harsh diss.
Oh, no. I love him. I mean,
sorry, I get you.
Yeah.
I approach my list as being just a shake-up, right? In terms of, like, the real world, yes, I want to keep them intact, and I want to see them play with Nightwing. That we've seen him as an Agent Spiral. I want to see how
like a triple spy. He's Nightwing for Batman, the Court of Owls now, and Spiral, all in the same breath.
Yeah, or even just classic Nightwing. I want to see how they do without leaning on Spiral as the main deal. I want to see how that transitions. But the team I had, I kept it. This is one sometimes you got to give some to the homies, but. I think that I want to see Teenie Howard on this at some point. She has to in her career, obviously, probably not tomorrow. But when I did that special episode on Batgirl 40, what the hell was it, 5, the wedding issue?
Oh yeah.
With her and Matt. not all of what we chatted about with Nightwing made it on the air. Some of it was just goofing around before we got on air. But I've never heard anybody have such a compelling and like just complete look at Dick and his personality than her when we were chatting about it. So I really want to see her be able to run on this character. And again, she wrote a very compelling piece on why it's important that we get female writers on marquee male characters. And Nightwing is a character who needs another definitive run with a female writer. Because I mean, has there been a woman writing Dick for any length of time since Devin Grayson?
No, I mean
No, and it's not that long ago, but still. I mean, the last time I think any woman wrote Dick outside of Batman and Robin Eternal was Gail Simone's Convergence mini.
Oh yeah, that was fun. It's pretty fun.
It was, and it told you, and that was the thing because she was writing him bits and pieces in Birds of Prey at the same time that Devin Grayson was on Nightwing. So you had at least two female writers at any given time informing the way that we saw Dick. I mean, obviously there was some stuff that shouldn't have happened in Grayson's run, but she's had a lot to say about that since and recognizing where it went off the rails. But even so, I mean, it's something to get back. Art-wise, I said Nicholas Scott.
I would put her somewhere else, further down.
Black Magic.
Yeah, I know, but again, I'm not.
I'll put her down somewhere else.
I really think she's an artist that should really just party in indie right now. Like some artists are just like, I guess they just need to be free, and her work on Black Magic's so good that I just
it is the best work.
Can't see her going back,
and I agree with you
for a while. I mean,
but I'm just spitballing. But I agree.
I want Annie Wu to have her own image book, like writing and drawing, and not like be in DC anymore or Archie.
I don't want her, Archie. She can do better.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm not trying to.
I'm just kidding. That was one issue. It was one issue. She did one issue. It was okay.
But I think there's the type of storytelling in Archie relative to like just the complete range of what she does and where she excels.
They just needed someone to fill in who's like decently high profile to do an issue between Staples and Veronica Fish.
Yeah.
I mean, so I guess she's fast enough to knock it out, I guess. So what's the next one?
The Flash.
I definitely want someone on the TV show, one of the writers from the TV show, to be involved in this because I love the TV show. And
someone's been reading CBR today.
Why? I haven't read
I'm
any.
just kidding. I know you're not referencing that stupid.
I mean, I don't want any I don't want like Jeff Johns, and I know like the big showrunners don't have time, but I guess Aaron, maybe the Helding brothers, they've written some good episodes. They wrote the recent Earth 2 crossover. Maybe they could write Earth 2. I don't know. But yeah, I definitely want it kind of like the tone of the TV show, just like a fun superhero story. Art-wise,
it's really hard because I want them to get the speed part right.
Art, I should have thought about this. I just thought of like we need to get someone on the show on the comic.
Someone who can draw dynamically and doesn't do like 1990s image style panels on a page on a Flash book.
I didn't read much of Manapul and Buccellado's run, but they definitely
Manapul was ill. I mean, I don't read the Flash. I don't like the Flash, but Manipul's Flash art, every little
that
bit
was
of it
really like they show
great.
every little bit of it and like the Speed Force when he really gets into it. It's really wavy.
Manipul was great. I mean, I loved him on Witchblade and I loved him on Flash.
I guess someone like Akko, maybe. I mean, like.
Yeah.
It'll be nice because I mean, like, I don't know. I just chatted with the dude. Do not listen to this. But yeah, he definitely does crazy, awesome stuff with panels and is good at showing like the speed of thinking. So maybe it'd be nice to see him go from speed of thought to like actual speed, and maybe do something a little sunnier, a little less gritty. Maybe I don't know. I don't even know what he's done other than Midnighter, but he's like really talented, and DC should definitely keep him in their stable. And also he has Hugo Petrus, who's like there if he needs help completing pages and stuff, and still does a solid job. So like tag.
No, I think that says a lot, and I think you're definitely right about a new direction that they can put him in. And yeah, no, agreed. Mine, this is again a wild one. Scott Snyder for the Flash.
I
Again,
mean,
give
I,
give him
it
some
could
sunshine.
happen.
You know,
I
give
mean,
him some
the
sunshine.
Flash is a big property for DC
Yes.
on TV, and Scott Snyder is a big writer, so go for it.
Like, give him some sunshine and some fun because we've seen him play with some really wild and fun abstract concepts in Batman, especially in Super Heavy with the Super Collider and all that stuff. Let's see him do some science fiction, and have a more
They're
fun.
gonna have the
hero.
Speed Force Court of Owls. Just wait on it.
But also, and you know, I always got to put him somewhere. I'm putting Bengal on this one because
Yes.
he is so kinetic.
Yes. That would be so adorable and cool.
Oh,
yes.
I was saving Bengal for Supergirl.
Yeah, see,
Way to hit that
I
one
moved
on the
Bengal
nose.
between 5 different titles because obviously I love the dude. He's one of my favorite artists working. Top 3 for sure.
Yeah, I bought the Spider-Gwen #0 just because of Bengal's cover. This is just because it looked amazing.
Yeah. And I mean, All New Wolverine is an amazing title all around, but his covers there are so great too for the same reason. Yeah, no, it's hard to have a book that you don't want him on, but I thought about it really hard, and I thought about what do I like the most about Bengal, and it's how he captures movement and action. Because I mean, as soon as I said it, you guys know exactly what it would look like for him drawing Barry running. You already know, right?
Yeah, he's also
just
good at
in
like
the-
translating, I guess, TV characters to comics. Like he's doing it like Supergirl. So if, like they wanted to do that with the Flash. I mean, obviously not one for one, but I mean, I don't know. I just like the Team Flash dynamic. You got to have like Caitlin and like Cisco and stuff. I
And then
guess.
everybody can have their own little faces. They like, he'll get the, Bengal.
Because, and I want to keep Snyder with somebody who does the level of cartooning as Greg Capullo. And man, is that a guy who has grown over the years? Because there's so many dudes who were big in the
Snyder
90s.
and Naka would be so much
just
fun.
Stayed in the 90s, but Capullo is a guy who's grown so much, and he has, and that's a such thing is the range of emotion and movement and the way that he would choreograph fights has been so good in Batman that I wanted, if I was going to move Snyder to another big Batman series, I wouldn't want him going back to a more static style artist like Murphy or Jock or something like that. They're great artists, don't get me wrong, but I want movement, palpable, visceral movement within the Scott Snyder comic now after Super Heavy, and those two I think could knock it down.
All right, so what do we got next?
Green Arrow.
Oh man.
I'm gonna go gritty like the TV show. Let's get
Can you not do the TV
Albuquerque.
show?
We're gonna do Albuquerque for art. That
I have
gritty
Albuquerque
real
somewhere.
world.
I agree with that. I don't have him here, but
I would want to have Albuquerque and Batman, or like I don't know.
Writing TV show. Let's just get that synergy going in Albuquerque for me. Yeah.
I haven't thought about a Green Arrow book. He's a character I'm kind of burnt out on, I guess.
He's a character that I've never given a shit about, except for in The Dark Knight Returns, which they just did, right? They just did that, didn't they? They brought in
Legends Tomorrow. Yeah, it was okay. I really like Jock on Green Arrow Year One, but I guess he can't really do an ongoing book. And that was like him and Andy Diggle. Yeah, I don't know.
So,
Green Arrow, whatever.
My team,
So
like
Logan passes.
Yeah, like you said with Green Lantern, find a team that would make you want to read it.
Tom King and Emmanuel Lupacino.
I guess, but I don't know.
Hickman over everything for Green Lantern. Hickman over.
But
everything.
no, I'm not saying Green Lantern. I'm doing Green Arrow team. I'm just saying.
Oh, I know.
That's my logic. So my Green Arrow team is Alex DeCampi, Declan Shalvey, and Jordi Belair.
Moon Knight. Oh my God.
I wish they're too busy. They're too busy working with
that would be
Warren
super
Ellis.
cool.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Just do it. Just do Moon Knight, but bring Alex in and see what she does with it.
And then make it green and
yeah, this.
I wish. See, like I like Green Arrow when Andrea Sorrentino drew it.
Right.
But
That
you know,
lasted.
but the thing about Alex DeCampi, she has the grit. Number one. to bring in, because I mean, Green Arrow is a gritty character now. We have to deal with that fact.
He's a werewolf right now, well, part werewolf.
Wasn't.
He's a werewolf. What the hell?
He he wasn't for a long time. He was a pretty cartoony character for a while, but but he's also written as a really left-wing guy. I mean, Green Arrow in the real world right now would be a hardcore Bernie bro. We know that. That's who he is.
That would be amazing. I wish.
Why
isn't he doing that on the TV show?
And if you look at, because it's all about conservatism in this kind of stuff right now, but you look at Judd Winnick's run when he's like running for mayor and doing all this kind of stuff. Alex can be somebody who can bring that grit and bring the background of the leftist politics to it too. I think she'd be an amazing Green Arrow writer. And with those two, with Shalvey and Belair, good night. Good night.
I'm with you on the art.
Yeah, well, I mean, if they can if they could both leave injection somehow.
Yeah. Well, they did. I mentioned this a couple weeks ago, but they had a story together that Belair actually wrote for the Vertigo SFX that was really good.
That was special.
But so Green Lantern. So you had Emmanuel Lupacino and Tom King. That's not a bad team. And I like getting Lupacino back out into space. She did a lot of great stuff on Supergirl.
And I figured out the art for Green Lantern.
On Starfire. But what do you want, Terrence, for Green Lantern?
Hickman, and this is gonna sound really weird, but Francis Irving.
Okay, yeah. No, I see that. No, it's yeah. Shit, I would actually read that. I hate you. I would actually read that if that happened. I put Cy Spurrier and Troy Little.
Okay. Oh yeah, because he did X-Force for that one little second. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's got Spire and
Legion
and that kind of stuff too. So he.
Who did you have for Green? Sorry, my feed went out. Who'd you have on Green Lantern?
Green Lantern, Cy Spurrier and Troy Little.
Oh, Troy Little. He did Powerpuff Girls.
Yes, he did. But I'm thinking about the really trippy stuff he did in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. But
Logan, did you hear mine too?
Oh no, I didn't hear yours.
Oh, Hickman and Francis Irving.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah, no, it's dope.
Fraser Irving doesn't seem locked up anywhere, so I mean,
he's a tough guy to keep for long on a monthly title, mind you, because of how intense his work is.
Oh, you definitely have to put him in some kind of like a bullpen kind of situation, I guess.
What's the dude that just did Batgirl 49 that did the We Are Robin issue?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. Because I would recognize
James
the
Harvey,
art.
who does the little Nemo stuff.
Yeah, you could put him in.
I think he's doing something smaller, more level, grounded.
Oh, I would want him to do go over to Vertigo and do, if they ever did the Dreaming ongoing again, to do that.
Oh, kill the Sandman dead. But yeah, I feel you. But I mean, if you're gonna have Irving as your main guy, another sub guy to rotate in to keep it going monthly would be him, is what I'm saying.
So you got the Dream Green Lantern thing going. That's pretty cool. I mean, it'd be cool. It actually could actually work. Unlike Emma, do any of your choices even work in real life?
Yes.
Mine did.
But my Green Lantern one works. Most of them do. Aquaman does.
I guess. I guess
Batman does. Nightwing. Most of them don't have people that are locked up. I mean, remember, Jason Aaron was not my Batman choice. But no, most of them do. But I mean, that's not really the point of what I want to do. Superman, I have up next.
Superman. I love Greg Pak because Action Comics.
Yeah.
He turned that around. So yeah. Greg, back on it.
Yeah.
With, I would Ivan Reyes, Joe Prado, that whole little setup.
That's too DC House style for me, but it works and it would sell.
Yeah, just because Superman is something big, bold, and just bam, Superman.
No, it works.
I think. Oh, if you're going fantasy, I'm gonna say Mark Waid needs to revive his career. He really is.
I'm throwing holy water on
that
right
now in
decision.
I don't think anybody thinks he's struggling after Black Widow, but
But isn't
but
that
I
mostly? Is that mostly Som? I bet that's mostly Somni and Wilson.
yeah,
No.
but writers eat for days off of the guy. Like Jeff Loeb only has a career as a writer because of like all of the huge artists he's worked with, Rob Liefeld. Who's the guy who did the Long Halloween and all that stuff?
Oh,
Tim
Tim
Sale.
Sale. Oh, him and
And
Tim Sale. Yeah.
yeah, like that's the only reason Jeff Loeb is a viable writer because he has all these
And
amazing artists.
McGinnis, Jim
Yeah,
Lee.
they're popular, shall we say? They're not all amazing, but they're all huge in the moment. He just yeah, and he's okay. Like Jeff Loeb can write a decent comic sometimes, but you mean like I don't think Wade is writing off Samney in the same way, but at the same time, like Wade gets huge bumps off of like the artists he's working with. Like shit, Archie, are you kidding me? Like he's living off that. He could phone in Archie scripts and he would
That's
still
what he's
be
been doing.
like,
He's kind of doing pretty much.
yeah, and he's living off it. Like so, yeah, commercially he's fine, but creatively I feel you.
Oh yes, I mean, yeah, definitely Superman, I mean, maybe give to Tomasi. He's doing his own little mini events, so definitely we give him a shot.
I don't
I
know how to
mean,
feel about him writing all of the Superman titles. He better bring his A game.
oh, it's just
Yeah.
like a 1 month event, so
Yeah,
I mean,
Super League.
so
That's the
definitely I
one
would
with
give.
Mikhail Janin on it, right?
Oh, you know
I
who would be a
guess.
nice? See, I like Ben Oliver on Superman because he did that one issue of Action Comics. So it was like really good.
I have Tom King and Carl Kerschel.
I gotta save Kershaw for like something awesome like Batman.
Yeah, I thought about that for a long time, and we
See
had talked
Kershaw
about.
doing like the Super Sons. If I remember what that's about, I think it's
Oh, it's
about.
a Damian and Superboy team up.
You do, and you're
Yeah.
right. That's not a bad idea. I have a different one in mind, but Kerschel I did think about for that. You know, I thought about Kerschel for Batman, but I want to see what he does.
I've already
with
heard that
Superman.
like Patrick Gleason's probably gonna do that book. It's like
Yeah,
his.
and that's where I kept him. Because like yeah,
I'll get
but
Gleason as writer and artist on it.
that's what I did too.
What are we gonna do with Jorge Corona? I like this stuff on We Are Robin.
Yeah. Actually, I don't have him
you know, we
anywhere,
should go.
but
Have we got into Hellblazer yet?
no. No, we
You know,
haven't.
I like the current Hellblazer team so much though.
I busted them up for something fun, but so Wonder Woman is next.
Mm, definitely not who's on it right now.
Wow, how sexist are you?
I
Finally, a woman on Water Road. You hate it? I'm just kidding.
Gail Simone's tempting, but give him Marguerite Bennett. I mean,
That's the rumor. That's the big rumor.
she's like one of DC's best writers. You gotta give her something big. I mean, give her the Trinity.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or wait. I have a little Kelly Sue Thompson. Wait, Kelly Sue DeConnick.
no.
And I wouldn't mind Chris Anka just to see. That'd be clean and
What the
funny looking.
heck, dude?
You know
I
what?
don't know.
I mean,
I just read Captain Marvel #1. Leave me alone.
yeah. That's that's not a terrible idea. I thought about stuff like that, but I just honestly like Kelly Sue is a creator that I could break that fantasy vibe for. I just think like no, I just do want her over there doing stuff like Pretty Deadly and Bitch Planet for now.
Yeah, I mean,
Would have a really nifty Wonder Woman for sure. And Chris Anka would be great for her. Did they do Captain Marvel together at all
maybe.
at any point?
I
think he
just
was
now
just
got
doing,
on the Carol hype train for Civil War 2. So
Okay, but either way, those if they haven't worked together yet, they should on something. So I think if that materialized, I'd buy 2 copies, 100%. But that's kind of not the direction I want to go in right now. But solid choice. I went with Marguerite Bennett too. I mean, that's what the big rumor is. Hopefully, it's true. I know what book I wanted her to get, but it's not happening. So, but yeah, I went with Pia Guerra for this.
But yeah, I mean, she's really talented, and I mean,
she's been to the mountaintop. Like, are you kidding me? And I mean, obviously she's back.
Why hasn't she got an image book or like a Vertigo book?
I don't know. Well, you mean another one?
Oh, I mean, yeah.
But that was my point. Is that she's one of the few artists to have gone through an entire Vertigo epic and one of the Vertigo epics with somebody. Like she's up there with Derek Robertson, and what other like Vertigo titles had like one solid artist for the vast majority of the run? I'm trying to think here. Who else has achievements like that?
Not Invisibles, not Sandman.
No. Well, I'm thinking like Invisibles and Preacher forward.
Steve Dillon on Preacher.
Yeah, Steve Dillon on Preacher. So I'm talking about from the Invisibles and Preacher forward, that era of Image, not going back to like Swamp Thing and junk.
Yeah, John Tottleman.
No,
he's a little too impaired to do any of these books, sadly.
Yeah, no, but those kind of
I feel so bad for him. He's like blind.
Yeah, but long-term Vertigo artists that like really carried through. Oh, what about didn't Lucifer? No, Lucifer changed up a few times, didn't it?
It was mostly Carrie and Gross.
Yeah, Gross. So yeah. So but again, it's a rarefied company that Gara is in, and she really does not get her due for that. But you see what she did on Black Canary, how closely she
Didn't
held
like
to...
Mark Buckingham do most of the issues of Fables?
He sure as shit did. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Not all of them, but there are like 150 issues of Fables. I mean, you're obviously gonna be able to do all of them.
Yeah, but he did most of them. So
what's he up to? Like,
Buckingham, he's out there somewhere, I think. But
see, I can't keep track of all the like Image announcements from like last year and haven't happened yet. And I mean, like the Image Expo is gonna be big. Brendan Fletcher's going.
Nice.
He's gonna have some like amazing like indie like book that's like Black Canary, but like just on raw music and not even connected to DC. It's gonna be like about his struggles as a musician in Montreal.
I don't think that's...
Oh no, he subscribed to this podcast. Sorry.
I don't think that's gonna happen. But anyway,
but him getting like freedom will be fun.
But yeah, but I mean, the point is that Gara really kind of hasn't been showing her due for that accomplishment. And you know, when I was thinking about Wonder Woman stuff, like you had some really fun big artists like Terry Dodson and guys like that on Wonder Woman. But you know, if you think back to Rucka's run, there was 3 years and it was so good. You didn't have, like, it wasn't like the Hikatea where it was J.G. Jones, right? So the thing about
I like
Garrett...
Wonder Woman. I mean, could always try to bring him back.
No, not in a million years. I don't want him back. No. That's, again, it's too big an action. I want someone who draws the emotions out of his scene, who can do good action, solid action, but kind of is...
Cliff Chang was good.
I don't... That one was a garbage fire.
Yeah, but Cliff Chang, I mean, you can't deny the talent. I mean,
like
Paper Girls is like
that.
terribly plotted, and like the characters are so annoying, but like I'm barely keeping it on just because of him and Wilson.
I guess, but I mean, again, I can't think of anybody I'd rather have on Wonder Woman than Gara, for sure.
It's getting kind of late, so we should probably like pick someone like her. We should probably like prioritize.
I need to clock out now, so I'm outie.
Batgirl.
Batgirl before I leave.
Tar, but I'm feeling like there's gonna be some kind of a breakup, I guess.
Yeah, because isn't Batgirl in the Birds of Prey now?
There's 2 titles. There's Batgirl and Birds of Prey.
See, okay, we're probably not gonna get to this, but I want Babs Tar on Supergirl. I think that'll be a lot of fun.
Are you passing on Batgirl?
I just art-wise, I mean, I guess I would get what's her name, Ming-Wei Chen on Batgirl. Ming-Wei Helen Chen.
Ming-Ju Helen Chen, yeah.
Either that or
because I don't even know.
But I'm sending Babs Tar over to Supergirl and I'm gonna say. I mean, it's gonna be more connected to the show. I would like her to be in like National City, And
I don't want this synergy. Like people are trying to really force this synergy.
I'm okay with the center, but what I think synergy would work better in the comics because like she could have a crossover arc where she's just hanging out with Batgirl, which they couldn't do in the TV show.
Yeah,
I mean, they might be able to but yeah, I mean, I like synergy. I mean, if the shows are good, I mean, go for it.
Yeah, I don't. I'm 100% against synergy, but I kept the writing team, and I'm moving Layla Del Duca on to art on
Ooh.
Batgirl because I mean, as much as I love um, Babs Tarr, there's this vice. There is this vice that's being put on this title, to be meat and potatoes and stop Batgirling because it's the flagship.
So where would you send
And
Babs
it's
Tar?
so annoying. That's my next one. But yeah, I put Layla Del Duca because she's closer to quote unquote conventional, but she's still a
I mean,
boss.
you'd have to get another artist to tag team with her because she's on Shutter. But I mean,
Again, this is complete bullshit fantasy. But yeah, and obviously Team Batgirl knows how to line up replacements because I mean I know LaFuente's gone off to Marvel now, but at the time they
yeah,
could
and
bring him
he
in.
has
They
a book.
brought
He
in
has a book
Dangle
with
in.
Kieran Gillen coming out eventually.
Yeah. I mean, they know how to find excellent subs for Babs, so they could find excellent subs for her too. Back on the Birds of Prey, I gave to Ming Doyle and James Tinian.
So what are you gonna do with Hellblazer?
You'll see. But I put Babs Tarr on Back on the Birds of Prey because
Yeah, that could be.
this is the book that I want to be that book for those people, for us, right? But to be that book, right? So you can get Babs Tarr doing Bluebird and everybody else, and just be that cute, fun, goofy book. Because I mean, Doyle and Tinian are doing Hellblazer, right? But obviously they have a big sense of fun and a strong sense of these characters too.
Yeah,
So
Tinian could definitely do fun. I mean, Batman TMNT.
yeah,
I mean, which I'm behind.
exactly. Hellblazer is Kate Lethem, Nathan Fox.
Oh man, I don't know about Nathan Fox. Can we keep? I would keep Rossmo in art.
Dude, I mean, I like Rossmo too, and I would keep him in the mix.
I gotta keep Tinian.
But
Tinian just understands John's bisexuality, and it's so easy. I want to keep him on for a while. Like,
well, that's why I replaced a bi writer with a bi writer.
It's sorry. I mean, I know it's different. It's just different. I mean,
yeah, I know, but I mean, I feel like I don't know. I think you could trust her to bring that out.
I mean, I like Kate Leth a lot, but I don't know. I don't want him to leave so soon, I guess.
Fair enough, but I mean that's just where I would go to shake up. I wouldn't necessarily move them, but I don't want to have like a list where half of them is I don't change the creative team. I don't think that they need to move.
Well,
off I
don't want to be a hater, but I'll probably move Ding Doyle onto another title, as a writer artist
on her own. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's
not
a hater.
I do like Rossmo. But like someone like Albuquerque would be cool.
Yeah.
On it, I mean, I don't know. Maybe bring back a Hellblazer artist from the past.
No, I'm kind of against that. I think it needs its own identity for a while longer. Red Hood and the Outlaws, I put Steve Orlando on. Which is funny because I said Tim Seeley and Valentine for Jason, but Orlando does a great.
I put Lansing and Kelly on it, but like I would definitely read it over. I mean, Steve Orlando was on it, but I would rather put him on something like I want to see him on like a team book.
Actually, the Red Hood and the Outlaws is a team book.
Oh, sort of, but I want to see him on I want to see him on Suicide Squad after this past issue.
I could see that, but I just kept team.
And also Suicide Squad will have a nice big profile after. And one day I want him to. Who do you want on Justice League? I want Tom Taylor on Justice League.
But oh yeah, well I just kept Team Midnighter on Red Hood and the Outlaws. I kept ACO on everybody.
I got ACO's on the Flash right now.
I know. Cyborg.
Gosh, because I mean we can't do David Walker. It's tough.
I just put the Concrete Park guys, Tony Puryear and Erica Alexander on it, because they have the art on that is so cool looking that I'm just like, let's see what they do. Just shake it up again, like
Yeah, I
get
mean,
something fun and dynamic.
yeah, I mean, like Cyborg, like started out like Walker and Reyes, like, well, that is a great creative team, but now it's just kind of faded off. And
Yeah, but I think
mean,
going back
I
to
just hope they don't do like Marv Wolfman again.
well, I hope that's just a filler. Yeah, that he's not going to stay
I
on.
think it is. I think it is just like a final thing.
Yeah.
I'm just scrolling down. What Blue Beetle?
I've got Harley Quinn. Are you doing anything on that one?
Oh, Harley Quinn. I want.
I'm. This is one that I refuse to change. Actually.
Yeah. See, I know it's crazy.
Who did you say for Suicide Squad?
Well, I want Orlando in Suicide Squad.
Okay, yeah, because I thought you already did. Did you want to just keep Team Midnighter on it, or?
No, I got ACO on. Who do I want to draw Suicide Squad? Shoot.
That's where I put Albuquerque. There we go. Okay, I've got Tom Taylor and Raphael Albuquerque for Suicide Squad.
Oh, Tom Taylor?
Yeah.
I want Tom Taylor in Justice League. Like, I want him on like a huge book for DC. Like,
yeah, but Suicide Squad is going to be a huge book for DC.
But I want him because he can write the traditional superheroes like so well.
He can, but when he lives in the dark, he does better work than anybody else who lives in the dark.
Injustice was like so good.
Yeah, and All New Wolverine. That like he's better at that than anybody. Sure, he could do a great Justice League, but where he is truly winning right now.
He could do like Justice League of America could be a little darker.
Yeah, but I don't want Justice League of America to be darker right now. I mean, I feel you, but yeah, no, that's.
Oh, you want Justice League of America to be like Super Friends? Oh, yeah,
I don't know about that, but where's your Blue Beetle at? I mean, we're assuming Jaime, right?
Oh yeah, definitely Jaime. I want John Rogers to come back because he was great on the title.
Yeah.
Artists, I definitely would want to get a Hispanic artist.
Yeah, I think there's one really obvious.
Well, yeah, but Villalobos is on Nighthawk.
Yeah, but I don't care. Again, we're bullshitting right now. Because of course I wrote this list before Nighthawk.
Get like Humberto Ramos over from Marvel somehow.
Ramos, I don't know. He's kind of lost his edge a bit.
But yeah, but I think like switching companies could get him more back to his like fun style, I guess.
He still has the fun style, but he just kind of gets sloppy after two of the issues. Like he'll start out with something really tight and then just loosen. Like when he was like with Mike Carey on the X-Men, he doesn't keep it tight like he did back on Crimson and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But no, he's good. I mean, I could see him in the rotation because he's been in rotations like that before that worked.
Like in Spider-Man, yeah.
But yeah, his Spider-Man stuff was dope because he kept it tight. He didn't loosen like he did on other stuff. But I had Felipe Smith and Ramon Villalobos for Blue Beetle. Obvious would be great. Earth 2. You said you had someone you wanted for Earth 2.
Oh, Earth 2. I mean, I might get the Flash guys on Earth 2.
Yeah,
possibly because that episode was so fun. And I definitely want some retrofuturism. So I get someone like who can do kind of like an old school style art, like J Bone or something.
Okay.
Or maybe like Evan Shaner, I guess.
Yeah.
You have to get Parker and Shaner on a book. I don't. Maybe get them on Superman. I don't know. Be fun.
See, it's funny because you said retrofuturism. I'm saying Afrofuturism. I'm going with Mickey Kendall and Christian Ward. I just burn it to the ground and create a new Earth 2. Keep Val-Zod, obviously.
The thing with Earth 2, I want like the characters who from Earth 2. I want like Gaon, Scott, I want Val-Zod, but I want like the aesthetic to be like retrofuturism.
Well, I know,
in this show.
But
Best
I want the aesthetic. Worlds. Yeah, I want the aesthetic to see is what can Mickey Kendall come up with to do with Christian Ward. I think that would be nuts.
Christian Ward is busy.
I know, but this is fantasy. Gotham Academy.
This is definitely a fantasy draft. I thought you were actually like looking at like DC's like arsenal. And...
No, I'm not being that serious. I'm not made of stone. So Gotham Academy next semester.
Oh man. Oh, Gotham Academy. I like Dustin Yin, but he's doing the stupid Descender from Image.
He also just did that little thing with the kids, like with the Trinity in school, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
While you're thinking, I kept the writers because I kept the writers. Keeping everything, Mingju Helen Chen, keep her on as a key thing. But 2 new artists to bring on to round out a rotating team. Jen Bartel and Paulina Ganucho.
Even though they're busy. I mean, Ganicho's busy with the who book, but whatever.
But like that's what I'm saying. This is just fantasy. But
dude, she can move up. She can be like, bye, loser. I'm going to Gotham.
But this is like, but again, on this one, it's just like you sub them in for an issue here and there. Like, because look at how many artists Gem has, right? You've got Sophie comes in to do the big arcs, but then you have Emma Vicelli and you have Corin Howell and you have Jen Bartel, right? So that's what I think is a stable for Gotham Academy to rotate in.
Yeah, I mean, like these Jam issues have definitely kind of revitalized the book a little bit, I guess, the past couple ones.
And I think you put someone who is starting out doing their own like full interiors, like Jen Bartel, like she's transitioning from doing largely covers and stuff to doing her first interiors, and you put her with someone like Becky Cloonan, who is like one of the greatest writer artists of her generation, and Fletcher to really help her grow into sequentials the same way that Stewart and Fletcher have grown Babs Tarr into sequentials, and I think that's the thing, is that Gotham Academy is a great book on its own merits, but they have the opportunity to use it to break in new fun and exciting talent. And I think that's one thing that would be amazing to really work, Jen, into the nitty gritty of doing sequentials, is to put her with veteran writer artists on a book like that.
Yeah.
But Supergirl, you already had a team in place, right? You had Babs Tarr.
Yeah, I had Babs Tarr. Maybe bring Sterling Gates back. I mean, he's doing a solid job on the.
I have Jodie Hauser, Elsa Chartier, and again Paulina Ganucho, but her Ganucho on colors. In that case.
Oh yeah, Jodie Hauser, because she's like had meetings with DC, and I think she'd be a good fit. I mean.
Like Faith, like, are you kidding me?
I mean, yeah, Faith doesn't turn into I mean, even if Faith is ongoing, I mean, she can always do both. Faith better be coming out. Yeah, I mean,
I'm just saying she's shown everything that she needs to do anything.
I mean, yeah, like Faith definitely has the same kind of vibe I'd want from my Supergirl book. Like the thing is, like you can get like the good parts of the TV show, and then just like her in her own city. I like that. Having a close relationship with her sister, I guess. Some nice focus on her civilian life, like that kind of stuff. But you can get rid of like some of the bullshit with like TV show, I guess, because you're not like on CBS. So whatever. You don't have to have the Martian Manhunter as a major supporting character.
You don't need that.
Which I do like in the show because he's pretty hype, but I mean, not in the comics. I definitely want him on a Justice League team, though. I mean.
Assuming that Superwoman is Lois Lane, which who the hell else is it going to be? It better not be Power Girl. If they change Power Girl's name to Superwoman, I'm going to scream.
Oh, if it's Lois Lane, I want Marguerite Bennett on that book, because she did a great one-shot about Lois Lane a few years ago. It was really good.
And to draw?
Marguerite Bennett to write.
No, but who to draw?
I didn't come up with one.
I have Genevieve Valentine and Annie Wu.
Annie Wu is going to have her own Image book.
Well, yeah, but again, we're not really worrying about that.
If DC had this lineup, it would be broke and like it'd be awesome.
I really don't think so. I mean, they wouldn't be broke. I mean, but like where they
DC would be so stacked. Like
yeah, they would be. Where they squeeze their margins now, they would claim broke, but they could afford these people. There's no question about it.
Yeah, because Warner Brothers.
Yeah, they could if they wanted to. But Super Sons. So are we just in agreement of leaving Patrick Gleason?
Yeah, Gleason right, and I think he's already even kind of sort of softly confirmed it on Twitter. So
yeah, he supposedly did. So hopefully,
maybe I could get Tomasi on one of the Justice League books. I guess Get Taylor in the main one, Tomasi in the side one.
Titans. Did you? You were kind of not really sure what the hell to
Is
do with
Titans the
Titans.
only? Is there a Titans and a Teen Titans?
There is. I only put Teen Titans on my list because Titans is going to be Donna Troy, and Dick, and I don't know who.
Oh, they're probably gonna get Wolfman.
Cyborg, maybe. I guess I don't know.
Probably gonna put
I
Wolfman
didn't.
on
I
it.
didn't put Titans down, but I just put Teen Titans.
Oh, Teen Titans. I would definitely. This is would be my Noelle Stevenson slot.
Yeah, I could see that, but I kind of want to. That's why I put her on Aquaman, like, because I don't want to put her on the thing that you always put these people on. Sometimes, I just kind of want to be like, I want to see what she does with Aquaman because there's too much conventional wisdom of, oh, she did Runaways, let's put her on Teen Titans. I mean, obviously she'd be good on Teen Titans, but to me, move people out of those like.
But the thing is, I need someone excited. But like, the thing is, Noelle Stevenson's like, she's like gone beyond even.
Yeah, she's
like,
dope. Like she
Big Two or even Image. She's like has a deal with HarperCollins. So
yeah,
if you have okay, so what are we gonna do? Gene Luen Yang works for freaking DC. Where are we gonna put him on?
Well, I'll give you my Teen Titans. I actually had a similar thought process as you, but somebody else. John.
What did you put Luen Yang on your list?
I don't have him anywhere.
I mean,
this lineup is so fucking poor for good ideas for him. Actually, you know what? He would be good on Green Arrow. Actually, if I wasn't going with the Campy, he would be a solid choice for. Green Arrow.
I've been reading the Green Arrow. I mean,
but my Teen Titans team is.
I guess maybe something like Trinity, which I don't even know what it would even be. Like just some book that's like could be big time, but
actually Justice League. Fuck it, give him Justice League.
Okay, yeah, with Tom Taylor.
Yeah, no, I would.
I gotta keep Tom Taylor on Justice League. Ever since I read
give him Suicide Squad.
Ever since I read his his first Injustice series, I'm like, this guy needs to have all the toys in the main toy box.
I feel you, but I look at what he's doing on All New Wolverine, and it's so good and so cathartic.
But he doesn't have to do like the same book. He can do his.
I know,
sneaky.
But he could be the next Ostrander. He could not like be Ostrander, but have the depth and complexity of the real.
Yeah, well, Orlando gets stuck on Red Hood.
Well, whatever. I wanted to give him a fun goof off title to just be a dick on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but he needs like a solid book for his life.
Yeah, but that's why the thing.
I like Detective Comics
trim lineup. Yeah,
I don't even know where I'm putting Snyder.
To
I mean, conventional wisdom is to put Snyder on like Superman or Wonder Woman, but
the Flash. I'm telling you, Snyder Flash is a license to print money. But no,
they'll probably put him on Justice League. I mean, which I wouldn't mind.
I guess I want to keep him more focused.
Okay, and I know he's probably not even on leave, but where does Jeff Johns end up? Is he gonna end up on Green Arrow?
No, see, I only see the Green Lantern book that I put on my list was the plural one. I didn't even put the regular Green Lantern one on my list because I just leave them there.
There's a Green Lantern and a Green Lanterns?
Yes, that's the one that I said for Cyspurria. The one that everybody had that we named our teams for. That wasn't the Hal Jordan book. That's the like Lantern Corps book.
Green Lanterns and then the Hal Jordan one.
Yes, there's actually 3 Green Lantern books, but anyway, Teen Titans. Let me give you my Teen Titans team. God damn it. John Allison and Riken.
Oh, John Allison. Who's the artist?
Riken.
Who's that?
She's she's primarily known as a big time fan artist, but she actually did a couple issues of Teen Titans under who was the guy who was writing with Kenneth Rocafort last year?
Will Pfeiffer?
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, he's a friend of a friend.
She did an issue there, but
John Allison would be so much fun.
Those two would be a blast because her Beast Boy is so much fun. And
John Allison definitely needs a call up to the big two. I mean,
but she also Riken also does a lot of like slash fan art of like Harley and Ivy and the Teen Titans characters. So it's like it's really putting one of those type of artists on it.
What title would Clayman end up on? Something stupid.
Clayman, remind me what he's doing. Oh yeah, he's exclusive. Oh man, I don't know. He'll wind up somewhere.
Yeah, John Allison is gonna be he needs to be someone in the big two needs to throw some money at that guy.
But I don't think Clayman is going to be on like a big title. I think they're going to keep him exclusive to do a bunch of like mini series, do a bunch of stuff like a run with Detective Comics with someone. I think they want him because the other guy that they signed exclusively.
Oh, we should definitely turn Detective Comics into like a rotating artist book. That'll be fun.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why I didn't even put anybody down, because you could spend 5 hours coming up, with different people to do 3 to 5 issue arcs. It's, because I mean, even like you had Paul Dini had that run to give him some space to have some fun and trade out some art, and then you had Rucka and Williams do the Batwoman stuff. You just make it a pond for that.
Just tell kind of cool continuity light Batman stories. Different artists, yeah, just have some fun, I guess. Get like Snyder to plot. Get like Snyder and Tinian to team up.
Yeah, I think I would have them create an architecture like what they did for Batman and Robin Eternal, kind of give them a space to be, this is our meta narrative for the year of Detective Comics.
No, I wouldn't even want
to do. And then just give it to different people to be like, well, come up with your slice. I would
just do small arcs. I wouldn't even do like full. Like
no, that's epics. What I'm saying. Do small arcs, but you say, this is the major theme of what we're dealing with in Detective Comics this year. This is the major event that happens in Gotham that ripples out. Now give us little bits, right? Because that's where Valentine's Catwoman run came from, right? Here's something that's happening in Batman and Robin. Run with it on Catwoman, right?
Yeah. So do you have any other books you wanted to pick? Because kind of
nope. I am done.
Cool.
I just want
any books that you wanted to be on Rebirth that weren't, other than like Batwoman?
Well, Batwoman, but I've honestly given up at this point. Like, I know that there's still.
I really wanted a Midnighter and Apollo book, but
I'd like to see Apollo get worked into a Midnighter book, but I wouldn't call a book Midnighter and Apollo, because then it just becomes Superman, Wonder Woman. And that was atrocious.
I mean, I guess it's like some kind of marketing crap. I guess
I wanted Batwoman to show up. I thought they were, because they've talked about having teams waiting in the wings. They've talked about having plans for. They still say they have plans for, but I've completely given up. I don't trust her.
She might be a bird of prey. She might be. I mean, she'd be great on the Justice League.
I don't care. I don't care. They probably will. She's probably either on Birds of Prey or she's on the Justice League, and I don't care either way, because then she's a bit player in someone else's thing. She needs to be a lead character in her own book that's a boutique, solid, publicized book like Black Canary. And they've balked on it 3 times now. I mean, I was going through my comics from 2011, sorting them out, and I saw a huge 1-page ad for Batwoman, her ongoing series, and it's like, she's back because you demanded it. And it's like, yeah, but that book had been dormant for like 2 years by the time that ad.
There's a 0 issue, and then
that was the 0 issue. That's what was being advertised, and that 0 issue got delayed by 6 months. They keep screwing with her. Just stop being so tentative and just do it, or give up on her. I'm not watching Batwoman news anymore. I don't care. She's my favorite character in a very long time, but I just don't care anymore. I'm not going to get strung along anymore. It's too frustrating. Whatever. If it happens, I might buy it, but I'm not promising anybody anything.
But yeah, I was hoping for something, I don't know, a little more out of the box, like obscure characters coming back kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I just wanted to see some of these characters that have some real fire behind them get pushes. So it could be that could still happen, because Super Sons is potentially keeping Damian in the limelight. If it is, if it is Con-El and Damian, then that's a dope title. And a lot of it hinges on the Birds of Prey. Who the hell is it, and who's creating it? If that's that could be really hinging what's happening here, because it could be Cassandra Cain, Bluebird, Batgirl, Spoiler, and Batwoman. Like, those are the 5. It's going to be some configuration of them, and Black Canary. Sorry. So it's going to be some configuration of those 6, maybe all of them. So I don't know, right? I mean, there could be, and Superwoman could be a Lois Lane title, We don't know. There's, and Blue Beetle could be Jaime. I mean,
I want a Captain Cold title.
if all of those things are true, then that's the DCU all over again.
I want miniseries starring villains.
Oh, they'll do that.
I want like a Captain Cold mini. I want to. What else do I want? I want a Lex Luthor mini.
Isn't there like plenty of Lex Luthor comics in the next year? You can be sure of that. I mean, there are rumors that one of the Rebirth titles actually is a Lex Luthor book.
Yeah, probably is. I mean, the movie.
Which I don't know. Again, we'll see. I mean, it's like a lot of people said is that there's no point picking a lot of these because we don't know who the hell's on them, and who's on them matters more than what the title is. Honestly.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, there are a few. I guess I definitely would pick up Hellblazer, no matter the team. I'd definitely pick up Batgirl.
There's been some terrible Hellblazer teams over the years.
Well, another thing is I would give it a shot, but then I would like drop it. Like the Constantine series, I like dropped it after like a few issues. Like
I never even tried it because I wasn't reading DC at the time. So, but
yeah. Where does Ray Fox end up? I mean, he's pretty.
Yeah, I think that's the question because there's so many fewer titles that's where you're like, there's going to be a shitload of people that you're just kind of like, oh man, where is X, Y, and Z going? Paul Levitz, is he going to pick something up in this?
I mean, maybe he'll pick up like, I don't know, one of the weird Trinity books or maybe the other Green Lantern book. Or
Levitz is a really interesting guy though. Because if you want to look at somebody who has tried to be like something of a John Peel figure and kind of like catch that fire again and again, he's that guy. I mean, Levitz is a dude that you have to credit with the primacy of Power Girl. He put all the ingredients in place for her to be an amazing character decades ago. What Jeff Johns and Amanda Conner did was they went back to the core of what he established with her on the All-Star book. Back when it was her, being the young, angry feminist hero and Wildcat being Archie Bunker. Those were dope stories. That was great stuff.
What's this book?
Like it's basically like the prototype for the Justice Society of America. I can't remember what it was actually called. It's collected as like All Stars comics or something. But it's in the Power Girl trade they released that included JSA Classified. The JSA Classified arc. They put a shitload of the old Paul Levitz stuff in there too. And you can see is that all of the template, the template for all of the success that Jeff Johns had with Amanda Conner and what Palmiotti and Conner followed up with Justin Gray all came from Paul Levitz's stuff. He really was, like we talk about how Stan Lee's X-Men isn't our X-Men. Yeah, well, Paul Levitz's Power Girl is my Power Girl because there's so much continuity between there. So he's a guy who has managed to stay fresh for a long ass time. And I was stunned when I found out that was him on Dr. Fate. They're like, really? He did it again? He can come back again? There's not a lot of guys that have been around that long.
There's room for him. I mean, maybe he gets the other Green Lantern book. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're going to put Jeff Johns back on Flash.
Oh, that's what I'm afraid of because he's in the TV show, which he's doing a solid job on the TV show. But I mean,
yeah, but
the thing is, he has
a solid job on Smallville. So
the thing is, he's like a team of writers. I mean, there's a whole team of writers,
But I wanted to end off the episode just by spitballing on Batgirl 49 a little bit.
Oh yeah, people think
and I mean it's so funny because neither one of us
people made such a big deal of it. Who had advanced copies were like everything changes, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
but it's like one little panel. Like I missed it the first time around. I'm like,
me too.
Okay, like I guess she lost her memories back. I guess.
Well, when I read it, I was like, okay, I could see all the spread of all the fake memories that have been implanted disappearing, but I was just like, okay, but the Killing Joke actually happened, so they're just running through this attempt to ruin her day by throwing everything at her at once and throwing some bullshit into the mix too, just to really gaslight her. Fine, fair enough. That's what I thought it was, you know. And I didn't stop to think that what they were claiming was that it's all fake. But yeah, and then people started saying that's what this is, that it was a false memory too. And that was, but then you saw all three, you know, Tar, Fletcher, and Stewart all being like, you know, we changed some things, right? So you're like, okay, fine. So that was the intent. I don't think it was that clear, to me, anyway.
Oh yeah. I mean,
a lot of people picked it up, but it was funny because both of us, we read the issue and did not pick that implication.
Yeah, I mean, issue 50 has some explaining to do.
It does, but this is the funny thing, and this is the direction that people are going, and they're like, well, how did Barbara still end up in rehab and all that kind of stuff with Frankie if she was never shot? And I'm like, dude, nobody said she wasn't shot. All they said was that the Joker didn't shoot her. So, and I, you know, it's so funny because, and I've made a little joke about this on Twitter, but you've read you remember the Morrison Quigley issue where they go into Xavier's head, right?
Yeah.
And they come out, and I can't remember if it was Jean or Emma. I think it was Jean that said it. She's like, so, you know, Xavier tried to strangle his, you know, his twin sister in the womb, and we should probably talk about it. Right. And so I thought we were going to go straight into something like that, because the first couple panels in the background of the cafe, you have the barista calling a drink, you know, saying, you know, Americano for James Jr. And I was like, oh shit. This is going to be James Gordon Jr. And
I mean,
that's why
I mean, he's the only person in a rogues gallery that like it fits. Other than
going back to Killer Moth. I mean, that's the only, you know, like the way that who the hell was it that did all that Killer Moth shit? I think it might have been Dixon. I don't think it was Simone. But back in Birds of Prey, they went hard on reinserting Killer Moth as being this key character. So I don't know, but I'm going to say that it's James Gordon Jr. That's who this plumber guy really is.
Well, I mean, he definitely has the intelligence and the like closeness to Barbara and just ability. I mean,
yeah,
knows little like details about her life. I mean,
because the pre-crisis continuity, if I recall correctly, so like not pre-Flashpoint, pre-crisis, was that Babs is Jim's niece after he got divorced from Barbara.
I mean,
and they had a son together, right? And
it's just crazy to me because like I thought like I don't know any of this like background at all.
But the whole thing is that Jim was not a good dude back then, and had been portrayed as being abusive towards James Jr. And his wife, and so that culminated in James Jr. coming back and trying to kill him at one point. So, because there's also all that dialogue throughout those memories of James, what have you done? So, to me, there's a confrontation.
Ooh, okay, so I'm on Wikipedia right now.
Yeah.
And this old like pre-crisis Batman special #1, Gordon shot and killed 2 robbers in front of their son that led James Gordon to become Wrath, a cop killer villain, I guess.
I forgot about that part, but yeah.
It's like really old school, I guess.
There is shitloads of precedent for this. But
yeah,
you know, like,
it was like back in 1984, dang.
Yeah.
Oh, what the heck? Right. DC has Rags Morales. Come on, that guy needs to get on a book. Or something, I don't know.
But that one page with all the memories, you keep seeing, you know, James, what have you done? And so to me, that's the real memories coming through. So I'm thinking that James Gordon Jr. comes back, has a confrontation with his dad. Babs gets involved. She gets shot. That's what really happened in The Killing Joke. Or not in The Killing Joke, but that's the replacement for The Killing Joke. That she was shot, but it's just who did it and why is what's up in the air. So I think all the puzzle pieces are there. We're going to see James Gordon Jr. in Batman 50, Batgirl 50. And that's going to be, because of course 51, it has Babs like, you know, hanging up her boots and shit and being like, looking like she wants to retire. So I think the thing is that she's going to find out some intense truths about her own family that were buried, and some shit about Jim that she forgot or buried or got replaced.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that's where we're going to go in 50. But there's obviously going to be other stuff involved because all of the baby birds are involved too, right? You've got Spoiler, and there's going to be something going on with Elysia too. She's going to be key to whatever the hell happens.
I mean, there's gonna be a nice big fight. It's like a double size. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's going to be something. There's going to be a lot to do, but I'm going to say by Backroll 52, we are going to see James Gordon Jr.
Yep. Well, I think we're gonna call it an episode. You can find me at 16 Ginger Nerd on Twitter. I do have some stuff on some pretty indie creators coming up. If I can find time between craziness, but yeah, and definitely when Batgirl 50 runs around, I'll be reviewing it. As I kind of have this whole second arc. Yeah.
Can I tell them what I have planned for you, or should we keep that a secret?
Plan for what?
For your month thing. For
oh yeah. No, it's fine. You can tell them.
So for women, like Women's History Month, I'm gonna be doing a profile piece on Amanda Connor. So,
are you just gonna go like way in depth into her career and stuff?
Not like really, really tight, because that would take forever because she's drawn so much. But I really want to get in tight on why she matters so much to me and what she brings to the book. It's going to be stuff that if you've read my Harley Quinn reviews, then you have a pretty good idea of what I think of her. But I want to get a little bit more granular, dig into why she's so important. And in terms of the big works I'm going to focus on, JLA Classified with Jeff Johns, and what she did with Power Girl that obviously lasts to this day. She kind of really is Power Girl's mom now and has been since then. But that one, I'm going to bounce around to some other random stuff she's done. Obviously going to talk about the Pro. I'm going to talk about her work on Codename Knockout, which is the most underrated Vertigo title of all time. I'm going to talk about Harley Quinn.
Before Watchmen, Silk Spectre.
I'm sorry, there was a buzzing noise. There was a bunch of static. I don't.
Oh yeah. Well, I like going back to these like the past couple. I did Karen Berger a couple of years ago. I did Joe Thompson. Just like diving deep into their like back catalog and how awesome, like how influential it is. I mean.
Yeah, and I wanted to find someone that, I mean, there's so many female creators that have been a big deal to me in reading comics for a long time. Gail Simone, Kelly Sue DeConnick, Sophie Campbell, Becky Cloonan, dozens. Like I could go on all day. So to me, when I was thinking about it, it wasn't like I want to, get my card in fast and say, hey, I want to do this really big one that everybody wants to talk about. I was like,
yeah, but I don't think anyone's ever done, because I've been doing this for like, this is our third year. So like, I think, Cloonan has been done. Kelly Sue. I mean, they come up with new stuff every year. So, I mean, I'm definitely like letting people do Kelly Sue again. But like, I don't think anyone's ever done Amanda Connor. I mean,
yeah. And that's what I want to do.
Maybe back in 2014. I mean, I'm definitely gonna have to look back in the archives, but it'll be fun. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I want to find someone who A is really important to me, and B that I didn't think anybody else would pick.
Yeah.
And but Amanda Connor is someone that a lot of people love, but I just think that there's.
I guess I haven't gone as deep into her pre-Harley Quinn stuff as much. I definitely want to check out Power Girl though.
Yeah, but and she's not someone that I've always like really pursued. She's someone that has just popped up again and again. I mean, you read the Pro because it's the Pro. You hear about it, you got to know what it is, and you're just like, wow, that was pretty wild. But then bits and pieces, I started running into her more and more because I was like, oh, who is that? I recognize that style. Oh, it's Amanda Connor. When I was doing Birds of Prey, like back when Lex Luthor was president, she had an issue of Birds of Prey. Where Babs had gotten her mobility back again briefly, and she has this big fight with Nissa or Talia, Nissa, and she loses, and she gets paralyzed again. The cure wears off.
Oh, she did some Vampirellas.
Yeah, she's done a ton of shit like that. Yeah, but there's all these little things that pop up again and again and again. But JSA Classified was the big moment for me to really kind of latch on to her career and say, yeah, this is I'm going to stick with her as an artist and find out where the hell she's going.
Yeah. Well, we're just gonna call it an episode. So you can find me at Sexy Ginger Nerd on Twitter.
And you can find me at EMMAHOUXBOIS. And, you know, there's always going to be something coming up for me at Comicosity and a couple other places too along the way. And obviously, you know, Pop Optic on the
Yay. In 1, 2, 3, 4, click. Also, WickDiv teaser, amazing. Check it out. Bye.